The moment the alien queen crashed into the snow outside outpost Capri, bleeding starlight and screaming in a language older than Earth, I knew the war had already taken a turn no one could undo. Her body struck the frozen plain like a fallen god, wings shattered, armor split open, violet blood steaming against the ice. Alarms wailed. Turrets pivoted. Soldiers shouted to open fire. I didn't. I ran toward her instead, heart pounding so loud it drowned out the sirens. And in that instant, everything I believed about enemies, mercy, and survival began to fracture. But that was only the beginning. They called her Phyrexia the Unbroken, supreme sovereign of the Zalthari Dominion. The mind behind the armadas that burned Earth's outer colonies and glassed moons without warning. To us, she was a monster with wings sharp enough to cut cities in half. To me, in that moment, she was just dying. Her wings, vast crystalline membranes threaded with bioluminescent veins, were mangled beyond anything I'd seen. Bone structures snapped. Neural filaments torn. Every breath rattled like broken machinery. Her eyes locked onto mine, blazing with hatred even through agony. Human, she hissed, voice echoing directly inside my skull. Finish it. I should have. Orders screamed in my ear. The queen alive was a strategic nightmare. Dead, she'd be a trophy. Instead, I knelt beside her. I'm a combat medic, I said, though my hands were already shaking. And I don't let people die in front of me. Her laugh was wet and bitter. You are people to us. What I saw next changed everything. When I touched her wing, my medgel reacted. Nanites flared to life, scanning tissue not meant for human technology. The gel shimmered, adapting, rewriting itself in real time. Forbidden tech. Experimental. Something Earth Command had buried after it worked too well. The queen screamed, not in pain but in shock. You carry the architect's echo, she whispered. Impossible. I didn't know what that meant. I only knew that her vitals stabilized. Behind me, rifles clicked. Step away, Lieutenant Hale, the commander barked. That thing is not your patient. I looked back once. She is now. They locked us in the containment hangar, force fields humming like angry bees. No one came in. No one tried to stop me. Maybe they were afraid. Or maybe they wanted to see how it ended. As hours passed, I worked in silence, repairing what shouldn't have been reparable. Her wings responded to my touch, to the nanites, slowly knitting themselves together in jagged, imperfect lines. Every few minutes, she'd whisper questions into my mind. Why? Why would you save me? I didn't answer. Not yet. But none of us were prepared for the truth. As she healed, memories leaked from her, unfiltered, raw. Entire civilizations erased in cold calculation. Children screaming under alien skies. But beneath it all, something else. Fear. Loneliness. A crushing weight of expectation. She wasn't born a tyrant. She was made one. The Zalthari queens weren't rulers by choice. They were living control nodes, bred to interface with an ancient Dominion AI known as the Chorus. Disobedience meant neural collapse. The replacement. Her hostility wasn't cruelty. It was survival. That realization hit me harder than any battlefield wound. Around the 48th hour, something changed. The Chorus found her. The hangar lights dimmed. The air vibrated. A voice spoke from everywhere and nowhere, harmonized and endless. Return, sovereign unit. Phyrexia convulsed, wings spasming. Her eyes filled with terror for the first time. If I go back, she gasped, clutching my arm, they will unmake me. That was the moment. The midpoint where everything shattered. Because Earth Command cut in, cold and clear, Lieutenant Hale, stand down. We're activating the kill protocol. The Queen's death will cripple the Dominion. I stared at the woman, no, the being, who had slaughtered billions. And the terrified creature begging me not to let her be erased. Human emotion versus alien logic. The oldest war of all. I made my choice. I overloaded the force field. Chaos erupted. Alarms screamed. Soldiers rushed in, only to be thrown back as Phyrexia unfurled her partially healed wings. They weren't perfect. They bled. But they carried her. She didn't flee. She stood over me, towering, radiant, broken. Why? She demanded again, voice trembling. Why would a human save me? I met her gaze. Because someone should have saved you first. For a heartbeat, the Chorus tried to reclaim her. Neural lightning danced across her crown. She screamed, and then severed the link. The Dominion's control shattered across the sector. What followed wasn't peace. It was worse. Without the Chorus, fleets panicked. Warlords rose. Systems burned in chaos. Earth Command branded me a traitor. I was supposed to die that day. Phyrexia didn't let that happen. She took me with her. Days turned into weeks aboard her shattered flagship, drifting between stars. I watched a queen learn what it meant to choose, to doubt, to regret. She watched me carry guilt heavy enough to crush a planet. We argued. We mourned. We healed. Her wings never fully recovered. Mine never stopped shaking. But something else grew between us, understanding forged in shared ruin. The final confrontation came not with weapons but with truth. We returned to Earth's orbit together, unarmed, vulnerable. Phyrexia broadcast across every channel, human and alien alike, exposing the chorus, the lies, the cycles of forced tyranny. She didn't beg for forgiveness. She offered an end. Earth Command tried to silence her. I stepped in front of her without thinking. For the first time in history, a human shielded an alien queen. And for the first time the guns didn't fire. In the aftermath, borders dissolved. So did certainties. Peace was messy, fragile, earned inch by inch. Phyrexia abdicated her throne, choosing exile over rule. I resigned my commission, choosing obscurity over orders. Sometimes, on quiet nights beneath unfamiliar stars, she flexes her scarred wings and asks me again, softer now, "Why did you save me?" And I always give the same answer. Because broken things deserve a chance to heal. The galaxy still whispers her name in fear. But I know the truth. The day I healed the alien queen's wings, she didn't just fall from the sky. She rose.